What made you wear 47?
Man, coach, they give those numbers at Miami. Remember, Eddie Brown wore number 40.
Yeah.
Stanley Shakespeare wore 6. My boy Brett wore 33. I didn't want 47. I went to Jimmy on this, man. I had a long talk. Jimmy, I said, Coach, man, listen, can I just change to 7? As a wide receiver, number 7, I'm going to give you some touchdowns, 7 points. When he's 7, he said, Michael, I was just a freshman. He said, Michael, you know what I see when I see you? With that 47 on in practice and you be catching them balls, you look like a big 747, catching that thing about to land in the end zone with a perfect landing. I was like, yeah?
Is that what you said?
Right, I swear. I was like, yeah? For all of a sudden, that 47 looked crisp again. Hey, I'm trying to get a job.
Yeah.
If the head coach see me like the 747, I said, yeah. I was like, okay. Man, a few years later, we get here, and we were having a drink after we did something. I was with Coach. He said, Michael, I can't believe you bought that story. I said, what story, Coach? That 47 story. I say, you dirty dog, you.
And plus, y'all was in the down stand. You remember, Mike, y'all was in the down stand.
Yeah.
Y'all didn't stand up wide and split out. Y'all was in the down stance.
I was just back at Miami the other day, and we were talking about that. Dude, Mike Rump, them coming up to me, because we always argue about who's the best, the 01 team, or the 87
or the 91
championship team, the 91 championship team, all the championship team. And he was like, boy, you couldn't have got me in no 3-point stay. I said, dog, it's impossible to jam a receiver coming up out that 3-point stand. It's impossible. It's impossible. So yeah, I don't know why receivers do it today. I don't know why they stand up. So like, dude, it's if they had, well, there's just no way. You would have to get down. You got to get down and get back. Because the cornerbacks, think about the cornerbacks. I had to go through Deion Sanders, Darrell Green, Rod Woodson, Champ Bailey, Aeneas Williams, and now the other guy just got in, Eric Allen.
Yeah.
All of those guys went everywhere I went on the football field, and when they tucked me in at night and handed me the toilet paper when I was done and needed to wipe.
Right.
They went everywhere with you. So I always say I went through gold jackets to get to my gold rings. And it was a different time back then. The cornerbacks was real.
Mike, you was Coach Landry's last draft class.
Last first round.
And those vets, Randy White, Ed Too Tall, there were a lot of guys from the glory days, those 70 Cowboys, that were still on the team.
Yeah.
But the story is like, they was telling you was going too hard in practice, and you went to Jimmy and said, Jimmy, I got a list for you.
What happened, that first year we went through, dude, I'm coming in from Miami, and we're about to win. I just won national championships. I'm going to put the Cowboys. I watched all these years with my dad, watching the Cowboys. I can't wait to get here. This is storied franchise. And yeah, we get here, that first year, and it wasn't like the Randy Whites and the Ed, those dudes, they're like us, Shannon.
Okay.
Them the dogs.
Right.
Them ain't the ones you got to worry about.
Right.
They had their old ass out there going hard as they can. You know, they want to.
But they in year 14, year 15.
Right. But they had other dudes around them. Because see, when they were carrying the team, they could carry. But now they couldn't carry the team. And the guys they got around them now, when I got in, I'm trying to get us back to here. I'm crying when we lose. I'm crying like, no, this bullshit. They're like, come on, Rook, we don't do that in the NFL. We don't act like that. Come on, we pick up a check on Tuesday. There were actually dudes saying this. I was like, what are y'all talking about, man? So, what about the game? This is about winning.
Right.
It's about winning.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
I worked my heart out to get here to play you jokers. And this is how y'all thinking, you know. So yeah, Joe, every dude that talked to me and said that to me, I wanted to tell Coach Johnson. Because you can't win with that. You can't win with that.
Yeah.
I don't mind that you want to make money. I want to make money.
Right.
I don't mind whatever. You can want to be famous. You want to meet girl, whatever. But we all got to focus on winning, and you can get that. But you can't be sitting here telling me not to hurt. It's okay to lose, Joker. The only way we're gonna stop this losing is if it hurts. If it hurts enough.
And the more And this is what I tell people, Mike. I say the more you put into something, the more it hurt when it doesn't work out.
Right.
I say because if it does not hurt when it doesn't work out, you didn't put enough into it.
You didn't put enough into it.
It's really that simple.
And that's the game. That's the game we play. That's the game we play because, and that's why it's not just, and I tell people this all, it's not, our game is not just about skill. It's about will. You can have a better skill set than me and still get your butt whooped. Every cornerback I named earlier, every last one of them, Deion Sanders, Darryl Green, Roberts, think about these, all of them better physically, the physical skill set that kill me, a physical skill set, they'll kill me, they'll kill me. They all run 4.1s and 4.2s. At best, I'm gonna run a 4.5. But I'm gonna run the first quarter, second quarter, third quarter, fourth quarter, fifth quarter, sixth quarter, and seventh quarter. If we go 8, I'm still running that 4.5. You gonna be at a 5, 8 out of 5 flat by now. I'm gonna still be running this 4.5. You know, went from a 4.1 to a 5 flat. I be at 4.5 all day long because you're not gonna outwork me. You know what I'm saying? So skill is one thing, but I got here on will, and you gotta commingle those two.
That's what makes our sport so unique. We're the only sport that asks a man to move another man against his will.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mike, I ain't going nowhere the hell you say you ain't. You finna get up out of here.
Get out of here, boy.
Hey, I don't know what you're gonna do next week.
You can do something that week, but you losing this week, bro. You gonna lose this week.
Absolutely.
And get used to it. And I tell people, get used to it, boy, if you're playing me, because I ain't having it. I ain't having it.
When did you know you guys had turned the corner and you had the guys assembled that could go win a Super Bowl?
Yeah, you know what? That third year we came back, we just got drafted in it. The first game we played in, all three of us together, was Tampa Bay. I was coming back off of knee surgery, and I had that ACL. I had missed the first 4 games of that season. It's the 5th game of the season. Yeah. And I was on injury reserve. Missed the rest of the season. First 4 games on injury reserve. Came back that 5th game. Caught a game-winning touchdown, the corner of the end zone. First time all 3 of us was on the field, and we won that game. And then we won a few more games that year. Big game in against the Rams in LA. And then we were like, oh, okay, now we're turning the corner. Now we're starting to turn the corner. And then, that next year, that 90.
The 91 season.
That 91 season, we were different. That's the year Emmett and we both won receiver and running back of the year. We went off. So, and from there on, it was over. It was over.
Once you get a taste of what you win the Super Bowl, because everybody thought it was going to be, you was going to win the 93 season.
Right.
But you win the 92 season.
They thought we were a year away.
Yeah.
Dude. But see, and that's what, but once you had gone through that 3-15, that 3-13, that 1-15, and now we're sitting in San Francisco. They thought both. San Francisco, they were like, I don't know if they beat San Francisco experience, and they don't have experience to beat Buffalo in the Super Bowl. Man, that San Francisco game, I don't care. There was no way on God's green earth we were losing that game. I tell people all the time, I was walking around, I remember before that, because we were coming from the 3-13 one.
Yes.
That was fresh enough. That was 3 years ago. That wasn't like that. Yeah, that was just yesterday.
Yeah.
Y'all remember this. We were just there, boy. And I remember walking around, I'm talking about I'm ready to die before I leave here defeated. We were all ready. We were all ready to die before we leave there, boy. We were not leaving without that victory.
But whoever won the NFC Championship was going to win the Super Bowl.
That's how we saw it. That's how we saw it. Even when we got there, they said, well, Buffalo has experience. And I was like, I don't give a damn about experience. I run a deep end in the parking lot. It doesn't matter. But, boy, when I walked in that Super Bowl, I was like, oh, wait a minute. Maybe I should have cared. This is crazy. Because it's different, dog. It's different. And you
already 50,000 already.
And you, I was like, why can't I breathe? What's going on out here? You can't breathe. You can't even believe it, man. There was nothing like greatest day of my life after that game. Was the greatest day of my life. I know, bar none. I know.
And nothing like that first one.
Nothing like it, man. I sat in that locker room and did not leave because I just wanted to remember that. Remember, I used to sit in the locker room crying when we lose, and now I'm sitting in this locker room looking at the Lombardi Trophy. That was, dude, I stayed there all night.
Want to join Club Shay Shay? Become an official member by hitting that subscribe button, where you never know who's going to be joining us for drinks and conversation. Don't be late to the party because you know we like to do something before two something.